Wat is je bodycount?
Maakt toch niet uit?
Wat is je bodycount?
Wat maakt het
Wat
uit?
is je bodycount?
Wat maakt het uit?
Wat is je
Wat
bodycount?
maakt het uit?
Wat is je bodycount?
Wat maakt het uit?
Wat is je bodycount?
Hé, kijk naar jezelf dan.
Ik stel vragen alleen, wat is je bodycount?
Hé. Deze man maakt me gek, hè? Deze man maakt me gek. Deze man maakt me
Luna,
gek.
wacht,
Deze man
wacht.
maakt me
Luna,
gek.
wacht.
Nee, nee,
Luna,
nee,
maar
nee,
wacht,
nee.
wacht.
Deze man maakt me
Oké,
gek.
tranquilo,
Nee, maar deze man maakt me
Oké,
gek.
wacht,
Nee,
tranquilo.
nee, deze man maakt me echt gek. Hij geeft me stress, hij geeft me stress. En deze man geeft me stress, deze man geeft me stress. Deze man geeft me stress. Deze man geeft me
Oké, sorry.
Jij bent niet zo aan.
It's time to talk turkey, ladies and gentlemen. Dark meat, fattier, juicier. I love that dark meat.
I know you
That's
do.
why I went right. I went right after it with that
Yeah,
leg
you did.
yesterday.
Yeah, you did.
I mean, there was no thought about getting a knife and getting those breasts with the white meat. It was all about that leg.
You prefer the dark meat as well?
I have always preferred dark meat, but if things don't work out this Thanksgiving, I think I'm going to switch and start going after the white meat exclusively. And I mean that sincerely.
Put a little gravy on it. It'll be fine.
Yeah, you
got enough
have to be
gravy.
able to work with it. You just got to, I think I can work with the white meat. I do. You can trust the white meat.
It's pretty good. It's a little dry.
It's consistent. It's
That's why you
reliable.
gotta put some gravy on
It's
it.
always
A little
the same.
dry, but we'll figure it out. Yeah.
Good stuff.
I'm switching
Yeah.
over.
So fun tonight. Thank you for letting me come over. Yeah, this was awesome. I hope that we can go out again soon sometime.
Yes, me too. All right, take care then.
Okay, bye. Love you.
Bye. Wait, what did you just say?
What?
Did you say you love me? It's like our first date. Did you hear that?
No, I didn't. I wouldn't say that.
I mean, it's not a big deal if you said it.
I didn't. No, you know what? You misheard me. I didn't say that. I'll see you soon, though. Okay.
Okay.
Have a good rest
All
of your
right.
night.
I said too much. What is it that did? Oh my God.
What are you doing on the ground?
Easy. A baby just came through here. Angry little baby hit me with
I don't think any babies live on this floor. I heard you throwing a tantrum this whole time.
No, you definitely heard a baby throwing a tantrum. Once again, tonight was so fun, and I'd really love to see you again. So I'm going for real now.
All right.
Hope I don't get hit by that baby again.
Okay.
Good night.
All right.
Love you. Bye.
You said it again.
Oh my God. I did it again.
Okay, I have a Ring camera, so I've been able to see everything you're doing.
Well, I guess, in that case,
Yeah, you have to go.
yeah.
Like the psalmist Blondie said, one way or another, I'm going to find you. I'm going to get you one way. Girl, get your silly behind up off that ground.
Okay, public service announcement. Sir, after you get that haircut, I need you to bring it on home, baby. Come on home. Because what are these errands that you suddenly need to run? Talking about you need to fill up your tank. Baby, it was on F when you left the house and the barbershop is right up the street. Talking about you want to go get a car wash. It's supposed to rain later. Talking about you need to go to Target to smell candles. Sir, since when do you like pumpkin spice? Since when is apple cinnamon a fragrance you want the house to smell like? Sir, you just want to be seen. And I need you to see yourself to the house. Are you crazy? What? Run errands? All of a sudden, you just got errands to run. You just want to be outside. No, sir, you come home. And I'm talking expeditiously. I'm talking foot to the pedal. 200 on the dash. Bring your butt home.
Oh, that's interesting. When men say they don't want a woman going out the house looking a certain way, then it's a problem. But all of a sudden, when the shoe is on the other foot, he go get his hair cut. He need to come straight home.
This is my reality being in Norway. I just met this guy. I'm so sorry. I just met this guy, and he was like, this Norwegian guy, white guy, and he was like, oh, you're really beautiful. And I was like, thank you. And he goes, Wakanda. This happens to me so much in this country. Like, it's crazy.
the pattern that I keep seeing from men is a lot of you guys don't want to have children, and that confuses me. Because it's generally, from me and my experience, it's been a topic of conversation that comes up pretty quickly, and just in general, I guess. And as soon as I say that I want children, that is everything just kind of goes out the window, and I'm not sure why. So, gentlemen, I genuinely am confused. For those of you who are young, even 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, even up to like 28, 29, 30, saying that you guys don't want children, why? Is it because you haven't found the right person yet to have children with, and maybe would think about shifting mindset? Or what? Like, what's the deal? Or why is it that you don't want children? If one of you could stitch this and explain it to me, because I don't understand. I don't understand the lack of men that I'm finding that don't want children. And for those of you, for men out there that do want children, where are you? Genuinely, where are you? Because I don't know what else to do.
Well, honestly and truly, you shouldn't have to ask any more questions, because as you can see by the comments, they very clearly answered you as to why they don't really want kids. And it's not really that men don't want kids. It's just that modern women have made having kids with them such an unpleasant dream, an unpleasant reality. I mean, even if a man would want to be with a woman, a modern woman, a lot of these women that you see on social media, that in and of itself is unpleasant. So these men can't fathom having somebody with this woman, and it's going to lock them down and tie them down to that woman who is so contentious. She's a problem. She's a headache. She's an issue, and not in a good way. There's no answer to this problem. There's no solution to this issue. You can't solve it. And the worst part about it is these modern women, they're not trying to be solved. They only want to be chased over and over and over again. Buy me things, give me money, give me gifts, bow down at my feet, kiss my feet, take me to the finest restaurants, spend all the money in the world on me. And then after all that, I don't even want you. I'm still messing around with some dude that don't even want me, but I think he does. Oh, he's an NFL star. He's an athlete. He's a basketball player. He plays hockey. Oh, he's a baseball player. Flex that in front of my face and then get mad when I walk off from you, when I don't want you, when I want to keep my money to myself. So you can only imagine, if you're this way, how is it going to be when you have something that I truly, truly love, I dearly, dearly love, and you're going to hold that and dangle that in front of my face? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
This is a little message to all the boys out there. If you are in a relationship or wanting to be in a relationship, or you just find the faults in relationships and you can't figure out what the fuck, here's a 411 on women. We don't need 24/7 attention. Spoil your girl, yes, of course. And maybe I'm just speaking for myself, because there are a lot of women that seek a lot more validation and probably have been through a lot more trauma than I have personally. But I am a bros girl. I understand where guys come from. They want to go have guys trips. They want to go golfing. They want to have just guys days. We get that. We get that. This is where men start developing problems in their relationships. So if you have 4 weeks in a month, and let's say you're spending 2 to 3 weekends with the guys, even if it's you invite your girl to be with the guys, that's fine, but that's not quality time. Highly recommend at least designating 1 full weekend a month to your significant other. And if you do go out with the guys the 3 other weeks, make sure to include your significant other in at least 1 to 2 of those.
From my view, yes,
Sure, it happens.
80% of men are dogs.
80% of the men that you see at Trader Joe's, Starbucks, wherever, they're catcalling you or worse.
Yeah, worse, because I feel like looks are the same as catcalling.
If a man is looking at you in a way that you consider to be lustful, is that sexual?
It's sexual harassment.
Do you honestly think that 80%, 8 out of 10 men, if they're trapped in a forest with you, would SA you?
Yeah, 8 out of 10 men, I feel like, would do that. And not just to me, to like, if it's their type of person, yeah.
It's always a man's fault, never taking accountability. If it were somebody like, say, for example, that was always getting in a wreck or almost getting in a wreck, they should say to themselves, maybe I should take another route because maybe this one is dangerous and I should stay away from this one. Or they would say, no, the route's not dangerous. Maybe it's just me and my driving. What do I need to do to be safer and to be a safer driver? Maybe I need to take a defensive driving course. But these types of modern women will never say something like that. They'll say, it's always everybody else's fault. Well, the inspectors and construction said it was safe and nobody else has gotten in a wreck. They don't know like I know. It's their fault and they need to stop driving so terribly. Okay. Well, and to prove y'all wrong, I'm going to switch roads and I'm going to get over here. Well, this one is declared safe too. And you still almost getting into wrecks. So don't you think it's time to look inside and say, how are my driving habits? And these types of women will never do it. These types of people will never do that. It's always somebody else's fault. And that's what you're seeing from modern women. This man's a problem. No, man, this man is safe. He's secure. He doesn't have any problems. Ask anybody. Okay, I'm going to show y'all. This man is a problem. You get in another relationship, another 2, 3, and they all go down. Who's a common denominator? You. But like I said, they'll never look at it like that.
My wife has been a superstar. We did a C-section. She did a C-section. I didn't do it. She's been having some issues with the nerve and stuff like that. So it's hard for her to be a little mobilized. So your boy's been, listen, I've realized this about myself. I'm a machine. I'm a machine. Dude. Okay. I've been keeping some stats. Like, matter of fact, I got some numbers right here. I've heated up lunch 4 times. I've heated up dinner 8 times. I've made dinner twice. I've made lunch twice. I've made breakfast 8 times. This is since coming home on Thursday. I just want the people to know. Still got 3 workouts in. Got about 3 miles in yesterday. Diaper changes. I've done about 17 diaper changes. I've been able to take about 7 personal. Coffee consumed 51 cups. And then a stat that I just kind of made up. I think a lot of guys out there understand this. But the stat is called, can you give me this? 87 times.
Men love to take so much credit for doing the least amount of work. It's so interesting that this man is calling himself a machine when he's changed a few diapers and heated up a few meals, which is so interesting to me because he just told us his partner went through a C-section. So she had an abdominal surgery to bring his baby into the world, an abdominal surgery where she was awake after carrying a baby for 10 months, going to countless doctor's appointments, putting her body through so much, risking her own life. But he's a machine because he's heated up a few lunches and got her a few things when she asked nicely. But let's talk about the numbers because, hey, why not? He listed them, okay? 17 diapers. 17 diapers in 5 days. On average, a newborn's going through 6 to 8 diapers a day. And so let's say 40 to be safe. 40 diapers. He's done 17 of those diapers, meaning he's done less than 50% of the diapers since coming home. Mind you, his wife has had an abdominal surgery, but she's doing the bulk of the diaper changes. The meals are adding up here. He has heated up lunch 4 times. He has heated up dinner 8 times. And when he says heated up, I have to imagine they ordered food delivery and or people provided them food like a meal train. And so typically women do that. And so all he had to do was press a few buttons, and that is so taxing. Truly, we cannot discount the amount of work he's done there, but 8 dinners. I don't know why 8 dinners in 5 days, but 8 dinners. Apparently he had to get his wife a lot of things. You know, she's asked, can you get this for me 87 times apparently, which seems pretty reasonable for somebody who just went through a major surgery and is having troubles and complications from that surgery. But regardless, now some things he did not bring up, interestingly enough, feeding the baby. Feeding the baby. I'm going to assume his partner is breastfeeding, but maybe she's doing formula. Regardless, typically when you're breastfeeding a newborn, that can be 8 to 12 times a day, depending if they're cluster feeding, whatever that looks like. And so each session, 10 to 45 minutes, again, who knows? So let's just say on average, 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day, breastfeeding or feeding that baby. He didn't bring up sleep. He didn't bring up how many hours of sleep he's getting. I think that'd be an interesting number because chances are he's sleeping a lot more than his partner is. So he's operating on maybe 7 to 8 hours of sleep and she's operating on what? Typically with a newborn, you're getting hopefully 1 to 2 hour stretches, maybe 5 hours a night. If you're lucky, I would have loved to hear about the sleep. Now, here's the thing. I do not want to discount the work that men do when they are dads, when they come home from the hospital. It's incredibly important to have a supportive partner, to have a partner who does the overnight feedings with you, who does the diapers, who can prepare meals, who can take care of you. What I have a problem with is shouting from the rooftop that you're a machine for participating and taking care of your child, a child that you did not have to make, essentially, right? You didn't have to carry that child for 10 months. You didn't have to give birth to that child. And so I think the least you could do is half of the diapers and heating up meals for your partner. And so, no, you're not a machine. You're still doing less than your partner who just had abdominal surgery. And so instead of screaming that from the rooftops, maybe focus on your child, focus on your partner, and stop clapping yourself on the back.
Honestly, I think this is an incredibly stupid take. And I'll tell you why. This woman is, in my opinion, very she's insufferable. She doesn't have good listening skills. And I hope she does not have that in her relationship. And I'll tell you why. Well, when the clip first started, you can go back and rewind it. He said, my wife is an absolute Let me hear your class, superstar. An absolute superstar. She did this. She had a C-section. She's had some complication. So what I had to do is I had to step up, this and that. Guess who also does something similar to that? Single moms. Single moms who have the support of a father, who have child support. Well, the child support isn't, no, it's enough. He's giving it to you. So he's out there working, busting his behind, and he's still co-parenting just like he should. But you continue to take all the credit. Why can't, I mean, the man sounded like he was joking. He was on a podcast with bros. Oh, he didn't mention sleep and he heated up dinners, and he actually mentioned sleep indirectly. He said, I'm tired. How do you know he said I'm tired? If you were listening, using your critical thinking or listening skills, he said, I've consumed 54 cups of coffee. Coffee. You know what people usually consume coffee for? To wake up. Imagine that. Imagine that. He said, so he's not getting the 7 to 8 hours of sleep that you think that he is. You know why? Because his wife is hurting and he's trying to support his superstar wife. He's trying to get in and jump in. He said, man, I've been doing this, and I've still been able to get 3 workouts in. Because I didn't think I would be. Actually, what he's doing, he's not necessarily so much as patting himself on the back, but he's like, man, he's saying essentially, I didn't know that this would be so hard. I didn't know that you would have to go do this and you had to go do that. And I had to go do this. And then there's another space out of all the other things that I had to step up, and as my wife needed it, so I had to go get it. Why? Because it's like you said, she had some type of surgery, some complicated surgery to try to fix her. So he had to go get that 87 times since coming back Thursday. So what is that? A lot of running. What can you not do when you're doing a lot of running? Can you hear it? Can you give me an answer? Sleep. Shut your stupid behind up.
The trad wife influencer who makes brownies and blowjobs from scratch for her husband and has millions of dollars voted Republican? Yeah, probably. What in the actual are you guys so shocked and upset about? What is it? Because every other video on my For You page is another list of influencers and celebrities who didn't vote the way that you did. I am not shocked over anyone on that list. What I find shocking and upsetting is the fact that you guys are on here acting like these people were your friends. Who the heck are you? You don't know these people. You don't know them. But you guys are running on this level of delusion that, well, if we had met in real life, we'd be friends because they're so relatable. Let me tell you something. You could live next door to Nora Smith. She's not messing with you. Her and her husband are a gorgeous couple with millions of dollars. How many of your friends are gorgeous people with millions of dollars? These are not real people. You know nothing about them. They are brands. They are online personas. You should treat them the way that you treat a show on Netflix. They're here to make you laugh. That's it. If it means that much to you, unfollow them, block them, do what you have to do. But if you're only going to be consuming content from people whose values align with yours, you need to be a little smarter.
I'm not about to sit with no woman that don't know what a good wig or bad wig is, what love is like with her. We ain't come all natural. You know, we come out there to put your best foot forward. Literally. And if your best foot forward is your lashes hanging off the side, I didn't even watch the episode, but if it look whack, then that's what you come out the house looking like. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Pop.
That's right. You got to let them know. You got to articulate it for them. But let's get back to the clip.
Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at another moment of Angelique's.
Damn.
Yep, girl. All right, so where do we pop?
Honestly, I think, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just say it. Okay. I know that I might be your type, probably. And I know that because of the way that you were looking at me. Right. Like, you know, you could eat me up on this floor. And, you know, I think when I'm initially meeting someone, especially when there's 1,000 different beautiful women standing here, it's uncomfortable to constantly be looked at like they want to eat you up in that moment. Like, you know, granted, love it. Yes. Let my man look at me like that. But right here, right now, it is so uncomfortable. Right. You know, I can't stand it. And I think I get that all the time at work. And I just be like, all right, bro. Like, I'm just trying to be here.
So you don't think that it's like the male, like that's
really feeling you? You don't think that's
No, I feel that. That's why I said I know for a fact that I'm your type. It's just, it makes me so uncomfortable right now.
right?
And that's why I was kind of like waiting. I'm like, maybe I could chill.
Right.
Is he your type?
You know, my friends are going to say I don't really have a type. So,
Let's start with Tamarcus. What was going through your mind during that? Were you as confused as I was?
I was super confused.
Okay.
Because like I don't know, I always thought that like, well, first off, when I first went onto the show, right?
Yeah.
I come out, I look from the right to the left. There was only 2 women that I was attracted to physically. So as I went down the line, I didn't want to pay no mind to the other. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care who was in the line besides the 2.
Okay.
And so when I got to her, it was kind of like one of those like, okay, so you don't think that, or you don't want the man to show that he's feeling you or that we're on a dating show. Like I didn't get it.
Okay. Angelique?
I mean, okay. I knew I was going to get toe up for that. Okay. And as you can see, I was fighting for the words to say. But in real life, y'all don't see him looking at me the way that I see him looking at me. And I was genuinely uncomfortable. So I'm going to stand on that. I was genuinely uncomfortable. If I would have saw him on the street and he did the same thing, I would have been like, all right, y'all good? Y'all straight? We good? Because
the
I
street
was
and a dating show is different scenario.
Sure, I agree. However, that don't mean I still wasn't uncomfortable. I was still uncomfortable.
Were you not attracted to him? Is that it? Like, were you not attracted?
That's what I was getting at. Like,
and the reason I'm asking is because, like, a lot of times with women, it's like the things that are creepy versus not has only to do with attraction.
Exactly.
Like, if a guy, how is
Just
that?
say
If
that.
he's attractive, it's like, oh,
Right.
well, he's forward.
Exactly.
You know, he
'Cause
but
if
if
he
he's
was
ugly,
fine,
it's like, oh, he's creepy.
You would have been
If
looking
she
back.
was-
And
Right,
Angelique,
right.
that's why I had asked you, is he your type? But you really didn't answer.
Mm-hmm.
Did not answer.
You got a second chance. What are you talking about?
Said she ain't. You know, I feel that. Right? I feel what you're saying because you're right. I feel you on that.
We got our answer.
So what's the question? It wasn't. I'm gonna be real. It wasn't if I was like unattracted to him or not. But I don't know. I really have no idea how to answer that because it's not that I think he's unattractive.
What are you? I have a question.
Let's
I
hear
have
it, TJ.
a
Go
question. What are you attracted to?
It's like physically, right?
Yeah, physically.
And see, when I say this, because I said this on live and I know what y'all about to say, but like, if I had to like pull a guy out of a catalog, he's going to be 6 feet and up, chocolate, bald, with a beard.
So.
And I know what y'all about to say.
Crazy work. That's some crazy work for real.
How tall is bald with a beard?
Yeah, physically.
And see, when I say this, because I said this on live and I know what y'all about to say, but like, if I had to like pull a guy out of a catalog, he's going to be 6 feet and up, chocolate, bald, with a beard.
Isn't that him? I mean, he's chocolate. He's got a beard. I don't know if he's bald, but it seemed like on the show he was at least 5'11" to me from what I was looking at. That seemed like he seemed like what you're describing.
So.
And I know what y'all about to say.
Crazy work. That's some crazy work for real.
How tall is bald with a beard?
I don't get it. I don't get it. And the caption is, we were all confused. We were all confused. Exactly. We all were. Because you sitting up here talking about this is what I want, and the man standing right there in front of you. But then I don't like the look that you gave me. I don't like it. What kind of look did he give you? Oh, well, he just made me uncomfortable and da-da-da-da and this and that. If I was out on the street, I would have said something different. And then the women had to come in and say, well, you're not out on the street. Like, this is a dating show. And this is how modern women be talking themselves out of relationships. Like, and you instead of saying, I was on something else, you know what? My bad. Like, he's my type. Instead of just saying that, you still trying to explain your way out of something that don't make no sense. You trying to explain your way out of something that you put yourself in. Why? For what? Just come out and be truthful. Who are you trying to hide from? What are you trying to hide? Modern women logic.